Can you even see this hat? It's like too dark in here. What's up, YouTube? Time for another video. So, I'm a wee bit scatterbrained because, I don't know, the last 2 weeks have been just happening, and then I've realized, oh, it's been 2 weeks and I haven't done anything. But then I kind of have done stuff. I don't know. I have this, like, all my life I've always filmed random stuff anyways, and I pretty much always have my phone with me. So, I've got some random clips from the last couple of weeks of stuff we've done. I look like hell, but I'm fine. This lighting... Anyways, I got my camera back. It was being repaired. I'll probably repeat that several times in this video. But, today, we're going old school classic vlog. Just a bunch of random stuff I'm smashing together. And, sometimes the camera's, like, in my armpit and I'm, like, filming the ceiling in a building, but I don't know, maybe you'll find it interesting. There's a few zeros that have appeared, which you will see here shortly in the beginning of this video. And don't worry, we are doing some stuff, celebratory things. Probably the live stream this week, we're gonna do some things, and then maybe I'm making another video about it as well. You'll see what I'm talking about there in just a minute. But yeah, here's an old school classic style vlog with a bunch of random stuff. Running around in malls and stores and trains and stuff, so hopefully you enjoy. Pellet stove, garbage everywhere. Apparently I have been doing stuff the last 2 weeks because there's a mountain of boxes in here, which means I've been ordering stuff and building things, but I'm not sure what they were exactly. I'm sure I'll find out eventually when I trip on something and I'm like, oh, that's what that is. What is with the darkness outside? It's not even 4 o'clock yet, and it's winter time and stuff, I guess. It's raining, and it is Tuesday. I do need to get some stuff at the mailbox, and I did just get this camera back from repair, so that's something. I think we might drive over there. 37 degrees outside. It was snowing earlier today and last night. Yeah, what could go wrong? I'm just working on editing this video, but I want to get out of here for a little bit. So I do believe we're going to go pick up the mail. I think there's some stuff from the gift list and maybe some other things. And when we get back, I got a couple of interesting things from IKEA, like cup holders and lap trays and other assorted things. So we're going to go grab some stuff, open the packages, and show you what I bought at IKEA. I think some of it's kind of interesting, maybe helpful or something like that. Talking to a camera and trying to think of things to say. Let's go! Look. There's a lot of zeros. That... I'm not even sure what to think about this right now. I guess I'm a YouTuber officially now. Huh. Words and stuff. Okay, super duper random side note. I just fired up the bus. I do it every week, just whatever stuff. But I turned on the headlights because I wanted to take a photo. I just came back here and I realized something. I think I may have figured out one of our problems because I've been having an issue with the interlocks. See that light right there? It doesn't really show up on camera, but that light is glowing in such a way that makes me realize that there's a bad ground somewhere or some sort of loop or something. And same with this one over here. This one's normally brighter. So that actually helps me narrow down the problem I was having. And see that little bundle of wire right there? That used to go down into the bathroom wall where the door was, and that light is supposed to turn on and off when you open and close the door. Well, when my friend was here and we were installing solar panels, it was right after that I couldn't get the engine to start with the key anymore, and I had to install that interlock bypass. When he was here, going up through this hatch, which I don't know if you can see it or not, I had bundled up those wires, and there was one of them that was shorted together. So I'm thinking in that process, it may be something in that circuit with the interlocks that is screwy. So that's good to know. That gives me something to work with. I can still fire up the engine. I mean, obviously you can hear it running right now. But, yeah, interesting. All these little clues. There's still a bit of water damaged relays in one of the electrical panels, though, that I need to address. Yes, it's completely dark in here. Anyways, random side note. Okay, I just learned something. So, with my things that I discovered in the back there, with that background thing, what I did was turn on the headlights and turn off the engine. My thought was maybe I could start the engine with the headlights on, because grounding, and the problem started right after we installed the solar panels. I don't think there was any wiring up there, but I'm convinced now that we shorted something out, because the clearance lights don't work. And also, when I turned off the key with the headlights on, the engine did not stop running until I flipped off the headlight switch. So we are onto something here. Cool. Well, this makes troubleshooting a lot easier for me now, and does tell me that it is related to the solar panels being installed, because it was that day when we had the problem. So, interesting. I'm going to give myself overnight to think about that. Then tomorrow I'm going to look at the schematics. And, yeah. I guess I could find the fuse for the clearance lights. Although it's part of the headlight circuit that's having the problem right now. Okay, well, anyways, I'm glad I randomly turned on the headlights tonight when I fired this thing up, because I wanted to take a photo for absolutely no reason. Here's a photo. It's a bus in a gravel lot in the rain. But, yeah. I love figuring out things on accident like that. Yes, the plant lives up here. Seems happy or something. With all those zeros magically appearing, I got distracted a little bit. So, back to the stuff I got from the mailbox. And I had the pellet stove off. I turned it off so it was quiet, and I just now turned it on for some reason. Sorry, I'm more scatterbrained than usual at the moment. There's a lot more zeros floating around inside my head than there was 20 minutes ago. Anyways, this is something I bought. Hang on, let's lock this exposure. Haha! Nice having my camera back that actually does things. So this here is some investigatory parts I've purchased for the Permobil lighting kits. Well, sort of. Hang on, let me... Okay, cool. So these are I2C jumper cables. These fit the pin headers inside the ICS module on Permobil chairs. Slightly different on the newer ones. Well,
temperature advisory. Interior is 54 degrees. Notifications in progress.
Okay, thank you. Oh, there's my watch. Okay, anyways. Okay, I'm gonna start over. In the Permobil chairs, inside the ICS module, are some pin headers that allow you to control factory lighting. The newer chairs have a daughter board on there, but underneath that daughter board, it's still these old connectors. I had been, well, actually it's linked on the website. I'm gonna change it now to this. But I've been linking some old cables or connectors that had a latch you had to slice off. These don't have that. Anyways, long story short, I bought some of these because I wanted to see if they work, and they appear to my eyeballs to be the right size. So anyways, on to something from the gift list that is related to this camera, I believe. The only thing with the gift list is it spoils the surprise, because Amazon fires off an email to me the second that somebody buys something saying what it is. Okay, so this is from Bruce, and this, I believe, is extra batteries for this camera and an external charger, because these Sony cameras, you plug the power cord in and charge the battery on the camera. And I was thinking it'd be nice to have a couple extra batteries and an external charger. So we have these things, BM Premium. I think they only had one review on Amazon, or maybe there was two. and people said they were terrible. But people don't understand that knockoff batteries, even if they're good, but knockoff batteries are not going to report the battery voltage the same on the camera because they use proprietary communication, weird noises. Anyways, thank you for the batteries. We got 2 of them. Got a charger here too. And it comes with an EU style wall pluggy thing. This, in addition to having extra batteries, is what it's all about. You can plug this hoopty straight into the wall and charge your batteries. Oh, it has... you can snap on different thingies. Cool. Well, thank you, sir, for getting me that. And the batteries, 1900 milliamp hours, 7.2 volts. So yeah, that's gonna be super handy. I'm trying to use this camera as much as possible because using a phone results in potato-y stuff. Oh, and it comes with a car charger. Sweet. So, anyways, there's that. I think that's all for the mailbag. I'm not Dave Jones. I think that's all for the mail for right now. So, anyways, I'm in the middle of editing this video. Oh, maybe, actually here. Okay, I think the way we're gonna work this is, this will be the first part of the video. All the stuff about going to the mailbox and opening this, and then all the zeros that appeared, and then we'll go into the rest of the video. So what you're about to see is footage from the last couple of weeks. We do these weekly sort of like wheelchair hikes, but since the weather outside is Portland, we've been going to malls and other places like that. So we went to IKEA yesterday. Oh, that was it too, yeah. Sorry, I'm ridiculously scatterbrained. Yeah, so here's some footage from all that, and then once we're done with that, I will show you some stuff I bought from IKEA. I think I already teased that earlier. So embrace the chaos as per usual. Here's some stuff to watch. So I'm in this parking garage, and they put these ballards right next to all the disabled parking spaces. Just barely cleared. Wow, that thing sounded horrible. Like all its differentials were exploding. Anyways, I'm hanging out in traffic just a little bit, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? It's not too bad. Should be fine. We're running around today at the Pioneer Place Mall downtown or something. Yep, downtown and stuff. So Pioneer Place Mall down here covers 4 city blocks, and they have tunnels going underneath the street, and also some pedestrian bridges or whatever too. Just waiting for people down here. Not quite sure where anyone's going to be, but we'll figure it out. It's great fun watching people get cranky in traffic though, and try to figure out how to park on the street. So the Pioneer Place train station here is closed, and anyway, just gonna see if I can see anyone I know on this train. Not on that car, and not on this one. Okay, Louis Rossman style, it is time for a rousing game of Race the Train. Can I beat it to the next stop? I'm gonna go with a probably not on that, because all the lights are green. Well, maybe we'll just do this. Okay, so no one I know is on that train. We'll wait for the next one. They come by about every 3.5 minutes. All right, I just called someone. I think I know where they're at now. Oh yeah, I see them over there.
Oh, we like it. Come in here, yeah.
It's crazy. All the stores are like limited access down here. It's kind of funny. Downtown in 2022.
I'm going through here going, I wonder if they're going to
put us all in one store. Of course.
Actually, if you guys just maybe go down that way, and we can all just kind of, like right here's fine. Oh, we can get the rest of the mall and the atrium and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What do you think?
Alrighty.
Thank you. Of course, my pleasure. No problem. Y'all have a fantastic day. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, every single store is blocked off. They have to like let you in.
No, it's only on this level. It's not high-end stores.
Oh, okay.
All the other stores are not.
Okay. I think we have to go to that elevator right there.
We passed by it already.
That's the only one, yeah. So we're gonna have to use this elevator in shifts to go down. Otherwise, we're stuck on this floor.
Yeah.
If we go down, then we can access everything else.
That's a lot bigger down there.
Yeah. From elevator to elevator. I think they're both the same size. I could have sworn that other one was bigger. Ooh, Ficus benjamina. Wait, so one level is down this street level, I think?
What?
Is one level down the street level?
No. One level's 2. 3 levels, the one below that, and then there's basement level.
So basically, except for basement and this floor, we're trapped in whatever building we're in.
Yes.
Huh.
Because of the
Escalators? Yeah. And there we go. Afternoon at the mall. And it's windy. Okay, the project for right now is I need to fill up these 4 jugs with water, and we're going to pump it out of that tank that's in there. I need to run the dishwasher, and my water feed here is turned off because of freezing temperatures. I tried to go over there and reach the valve, and things kind of got cleaned up over there a little bit. I've got a photo here. I neglected to realize that it was all river rock. I got about 6 feet out there and then realized I was getting stuck. And it's right around 39, 40 degrees out here right now, and I'm the only one on the property at the moment. So I started getting buried, and I'm like, oh, okay, this ain't happening. Luckily, there was a garbage can right there, so I could lean on that and back up. But yeah, so I don't have the internal plumbing hooked up yet or anything, but I'll show you what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna pump 4 gallons out, and I have a way of doing it. Okay, so the way we're doing this is a little bit ghetto fab, but it'll work. This 24 volt battery charger here has a power supply mode, and we can take off my XLR connector and hook up these jumper leads. And basically, we're using this Anchor power bank here to run it since I haven't run power down here yet. This thing runs on 24 volts. This is our output hose here. So I think this thing should be powered up. Yeah, it's powered up. I can use my phone real quick and put it in power supply mode, and then we should be able to put the clip leads on there. Okay, so we've got our XLR charger here. All we have to do is connect to this. And then we can go into settings and change the function from charger to power supply and set it for 8 amps. That should be sufficient for making this pump work. So yeah, let's get some water. So the way I've done this before probably isn't the best way, but I turn off our power feed. So inverter's off now, that thing's off. Go ahead and stick this hose down here. It's a little bit windy outside. But basically what we're gonna do is just turn this on, and then it should fire up the pump. And yeah, something. There we go. Getting our water in there. And then once it gets near full, I have to push the inverter button to turn it back off. That should be good. Next jug. It's all draining. There we go. And there we go. I'm not sure if the battery charger enjoys being cycled from the main side to do this, but it's getting the job done. So I'm gonna fill up the rest of these, and then we'll go back inside. Oh, by the way, I moved the bilge heater to right there. It was up there previously. Works perfectly now. It cycled on and off like 5 times last night and kept the average temperature in here about 40 to 42 degrees. So yeah, Turns out it was placement. We were getting just enough heat through the floor that that thing would not kick on. Yay, success. And this dishwasher is kind of a dual mode thing. It comes with this tank that attaches to the bottom here. It just basically sits on this, but you can remove this, and it comes with the plumbing attachments to connect it directly to like a kitchen sink or something like that. But the way I'm running it right now, since I don't have water up here, and this thing is eventually going to end up in the back, is I just basically dump in 2 gallons of water every time I want to use it in this weird little drawer. So it's got a little pump in here, and it pulls water from this tank up inside and then heats it and runs everything. This is my little like ghetto fab sink. I'm pretty sure there's a video about this. I'll link that up above if I can find it. But basically the output from the dishwasher comes here. Then I've got a little pump that basically pumps the water down to my drainage system down below. So works for now. But yeah, once I get the kitchen sink and everything put in right back there, all this is gonna move because this is my workbench. And as you can see, I can't really use it at the moment. So anyways, oh, we still got some clean stuff in here. So let's get this loaded up and do some dishes. Because, you know, super interesting stuff. Been using these little, like, biodegradable dishwashing soap pods. So I'll just throw a couple of these in here. Got our coffee cups in there. And huzzah, there we go. Now it'll start doing stuff. And yeah, as you can see, it is now washing my coffee cups and stuff. But yeah, this will run on 2 gallons, no problem. Just dump in 2 gallons every time, and seems good. It's at a nice height, so I can open and close it easily, and don't have to worry about, you know, regular dishwashers that are way down here, and then you wind up getting caught up on the doors in your power chair and all that stuff. But yeah, this thing, well worth the, I forget how much I paid. I feel like it was under 300 bucks, but yeah, eBay. I'll throw some search keyword terms in the description below to try and find these things. This particular one is a Costway, but there's a bunch of different like brands of these things. As illustrated here, that pump's kind of noisy, but that's how we drain this little sink thing. This lighting isn't doing me any favors. Anyways, I just realized I've never officially explained what was going on with the blue van. So, it's having an issue where the belt would squeal, and then sometimes the power steering would be kind of weird. But then I took it into a shop, and they took a look at it. Turns out the alternator's bad. It has this weird alternator disengagement clutch on it, which I hadn't seen before. But that thing was clearly bad, and I couldn't tell if it was because the alternator bearings were going bad that it was making the belt train slow down and then slip on the power steering pump, because the power steering pump can easily use like 30 engine horsepower, so the belt wraps most of the way around that pulley. Anyways, the short version was, decided to just replace the alternator, because I only had enough money to do one. Thank you to people that donated to that, by the way. And to get the alternator done, well, it was basically either the alternator or power steering pump. I know I just said that. So I opted to go alternator because we knew for a fact it was bad, and we didn't know for sure if the power steering pump was actually bad. So anyways, took it to a shop, got that done. Van's driving good now, and here's some clips about that. The power steering pump seems to be working fine. So anyways, I'll talk more about it in this next thing you're about to see here. Yeah, the last like 2 weeks have just gone by insanely fast. I have a doctor appointment in 2 days. I'm gonna get some more imaging of my neck and figure out what's changing there, because hands and arms and stuff are different. Not too worried about it. Like I said, I look like hell, but I'm fine. Whatever, here's some more stuff to watch. Okay, so it's pretty windy out here, but supposedly there's a new alternator in here somewhere. So let's have a look, shall we? I'm gonna lean over here. Oh yeah, looky there. It's an alternator. Napa Power. This is supposedly a 160 amp replacement. I think the old one was 140 amps. I don't think that plugs into anything necessarily. I'll have to look at my old footage and see, but I feel like there was... Oh, yeah. This is where the EGR would be if this engine did, in fact, have EGR. As you can see, there's no valve, and there's no plug in the intake. So, hats off to the people that found this engine when it was replaced. Non-EGR. The power steering pump is still the original one, or the one that was in here. The tensioner and the belt. Is the belt new? Yeah, it looks kind of shiny. Tensioner in the belt was funky. Oh, it turns out the alternator has a weird clutch on it too. And with all that being bad, it was hard to tell if the power steering pump was actually just slipping because of all the other issues or what. So anyways, they flushed the whole system and put some magic goo in there. Apparently, it's the same magic goo, aka Lucas, that there we go. It's the same magic goo that BMW uses when you replace a power steering pump on one of those cars. So anyways, I put a little warning on here for them, because when you connect to the battery, the engine will start. Anyways, let's see if it runs. Pretty sure it does because I drove it over here, but something seems to fire up and makes normal Dodge noises. Oh yeah, the questionable, is it a wrist pin or is it okay sound. All right, well, there we go. Oh, we're gonna keep an eye on that power steering pump for a couple of weeks. I think it might be okay. They said to just go ahead and run it with this new slime in here, and we'll see, I guess. So anyways, yay, it works again. I just got back to the warehouse. I had a traffic court today. That's a whole nother thing. I took the bounder down to get some coffee, and the guys are replacing the hinges finally. I talked to the office yesterday, and I was like, hey, so we still don't have security pins in these hinges. So she's like, yeah, he'll probably be out here today sometime. Luckily, I was already in the area. Turns out he got 3-inch hinges instead of 4-inch ones. So he's going to go grab some more. But that's fine. I got stuff to do here. I'm just relaxing at the moment here. I'm back in the F3. Yeah, so instead of replacing the hinges, or instead of placing the pins, they're replacing the entire hinge assembly with the security ones that are not removable. So, anywho. Yeah. More awesomeness at the warehouse. Okay, going to Lowe's at 1 p.m. on a Saturday. I have to help this door. That motor clutch needs some replacement or something. So I'm here looking for an alternative method to connect the soccer guards to the power soccer chairs. Because after a bit of time, the bolts and stuff start stripping out, and they're extremely difficult to install and remove and everything. So my thought is, let's find some quick takedown pins, or maybe even something with wing nuts. That's a funny word, wing nut. So anyways, we're gonna go in here and see what we can find. I'm on my way to soccer practice right now. And just kind of a last minute thing I thought about. I've got the drill and everything with me, so might as well give it a shot. Okay, door, work with me. All right. So let's see what they have in here. All right, we got some stuff. I was realizing that the quick takedown pins wouldn't work necessarily because the soccer guards need a pretty healthy clamping force on them, and takedown pins are only good for like bars that are sliding in and out of each other for a lateral force like this. We need them to be able to hold up and down too if something flexes on the top or bottom of the guard. So They're kind of expensive. It's 23 bucks for a set of these things. But basically the guards are held on with 5/16 bolts. So what I did was I got some of these. And the plan is to drill out the threads on the soccer chair mount because they're already boogered up anyway. So I got this style and then this knob style as well. These were a little bit cheaper, but I was thinking that these might be able to develop a little bit more force since there's some tabs you can get your thumb on. Whereas these, you're just gripping a round thing. So I got 4 of these, 2 of these, and some bolts just to test it out with. So anyways, I'm gonna head out to the warehouse and modify that real quick, then head to soccer practice. Yay. Okay, so I got the other side figured out here. What we're using are these 2 knobs. There isn't quite enough clearance for this to go on here without interfering, but I found on the back, if we put this on the bottom, there's enough clearance for it to spin on there. There we go. So that goes on there. And this front one here, there's a little pin that sticks down for centering this guard on here. So I found to make this one work, you just need to put 2 washers on here. And then it gives enough clearance to clear that little bolt sticking down there. Should probably put washers on there, but for now I think that's good. And let me grab the front of the guard here. There we go. As you can see, it is very much on there. And it was much easier than attempting to use tools, and got a couple of knobs. So yeah, I think that'll work. Cruising through IKEA, looking for stuff we dropped on the floor. Oh, I think I see it. Activating tilt.
That would be cute like a little fish.
What do you think this is for? Just to hit you in the face? Do people still write checks? I think that's a check writing platform, right?
It is, yeah. Leftovers from the past.
Yes. The world's smallest coffee.
No way, that's
4 ounces. I think it's a kid's thing. Oh wait, can I order coffee from you, or do I have to use the machine?
You have to use machines. You want to do cash? Is that what you're wanting?
They're just hard to reach.
Here, look, can I help you?
Yeah, it's fine. Just 2 copies.
Okay, you got it.
the card here.
I can do the tap to pay thing. It's like $3. It's fine.
I'm sorry about that.
No worries. Thank you.
You're welcome. If the tap doesn't work,
Yeah, we'll see. It was giving me static earlier.
it does. We're having trouble with Apple and Google Pay.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I'll just go old school.
I got you.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
And
then
where's
right,
the-
right over
okay.
here around the corner. Let
Sweet.
me know if you need any more.
Should be good. Are there lids over here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Some places, like, lids are illegal, so you never know.
Yeah, yeah. Our bottom grade ones, so they're a little weird.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, thank you.
A little bit weird. I'm curious to see what that means. I can fill yours if you want to. All cream. To balance the cup right on the edge of this thing.
I know, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Just leave a little space at the top so it doesn't spill. Is that right? Or, okay. There. I don't know. These are just solo lids. They're fine. Well, maybe they are. Hang on. I can't tell if it clicked on.
Can you somehow putting on there half an
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay.
Just making sure that was on there.
There is anything, huh?
Oh, there is. There's some in there.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Thanks. One bow.
You can just take them off me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see all those.
I was hiding them.
Yeah, you were.
That's hilarious.
That's great. So we did our wheelchair hike today. Hike at IKEA. And apparently Wheel Connect is also going on tonight. I thought it was downtown, but it turns out it's just down the street. So glad I checked. One of the lift buses is picking up someone. I'm gonna hop in my van. And we're gonna go to, not spilling the coffee. Gonna go to some random brewery. Yay. I think I'm arrived. Seems to be a beer garden out here with picnic tables. And there's a giant letter M inside there. Cool. I guess Wheel Connect is happening at this brewery, whatever it's called. It's like built into a warehouse complex. Oh, they have a silo. Fancy. Too bad I don't drink. But I'm assuming where there's craft microbrews, there's usually good burgers. So, yeah. Let's gotta wait for everyone to get here now. So in case I haven't mentioned it before, Wheel Connect is this thing that the Organ Spinal Cord Injury Connection does here in Portland. And once a month we go to a bar or brewery or something like that and just hang out for a while. Ooh, a wild Franklin has appeared. There's the magic bus. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of the van, I guess, and go inside. But yeah, we'd all just hang out, and you don't have to be spinal cord injury, but I don't know, whatever disability stuff, something. I don't think there's any official requirements, but they have Facebook or something. I don't do Facebook, but anyways, Organ Spinal Cord Injury Connection. I think it's organsci.org, maybe? I don't know. I'll put the thing on the screen. But if you're in the Portland area, come check it out. Once a month. I think it's the last Monday of the month, usually. I think we're doing an ugly sweater thing today. I don't own any sweaters, and I didn't really know about it, so meh. By the way, these dash lights get really bright if you turn them up all the way. And it's dark. Huzzah! Wait, what time is it? Well, it's only like 5 o'clock, and it's like darkness out here. I wonder if they'll let me bring my coffee inside. I should probably finish it first. OLTC rules and stuff. Oh yeah, in Oregon, all alcohol is illegal unless it's owned or sold by the state. So all of the stores and stuff that sell that stuff are owned by the state. Random factoid. I've got a tripod thing for this camera, but I lost it somewhere in here between the time that I bought it and that day. Actually was when the camera broke. It was the mount underneath it, something inside. Anyways, I'll find it eventually, and once that happens, we'll have a much better camera angle like this, as opposed to looking at all the skin under my neck. Anyways, IKEA. Mild rummaging noises for a minute. Okay, anytime I go to IKEA, some of my favorite things, this is not that, but if you have a cat or a dog or something with fur, and its fur is not always exactly the same color as the clothes you're wearing, their lint rollers that IKEA sells, words, are far superior to anything else. If you don't believe me, well, just believe me. Most of the ones that come on a roll, you have to like tear perforations and stuff. Well, the IKEA ones have spiral cuts. Enough about the lint hair rollers. Just buy them if you have an animal, and you will thank me. Also, I always buy these things. Apparently they changed the design, but these are little suction exposure lock. Little suction cuppy coffee cup scrubby things. Okay, got that out of the way. So, first cool thing I found was wandering around the furniture department, and I noticed on one of their desks they have these little cup holders. And it's sort of a wooden-y type thing. Room for a pretty big beverage. Here's a soda can for size reference. Not soda, it's water. Less, dare I say I drink soda on YouTube. No, so there's your size reference. But these have this really cool metal clamp with a little felt thing. So it goes right on the side of your desk. I've actually got one right here holding my coffee at the moment. These are like $15 each. I don't know, IKEA's naming system, it's like they don't want you to buy stuff, but there's what it is. Freeze frame that if you want to buy it. I'll try and put a link down there, but I don't even know how that works. Because, anyways, so really cool for a desk and stuff. Next thing I bought, because apparently I'm a professional YouTuber now, although I did not know that at the time, was a potted plant of fake grass. I don't know why, YouTubers always have these. Next most useful thing, this little tray. It's sort of a bamboo-y type thing, but look, it's got edges, and it fits in my lap perfectly. Doesn't interfere with my joystick. I'm not pointing the camera down because I don't feel like doing it, but just trust me, this fits in my lap perfectly. It's kind of expensive, I think it was like 18 bucks. Once again, here's the stuff on that. Ah! Nope. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, there's the info for this thing. I think the important part is this number over here. 503-76722. I'm reading it backwards. Why is it backwards on my screen? Okay, so, super handy thing. Basically, that was the two things. The cup holder and this are my two. Hang on. Exposure lock. These are my two favorite accessibility things from IKEA. Then also, I forgot that these exist. When you're cooking stuff in the microwave, said stuff likes to explode. Stupid little thing for $1 that covers your food and has vent holes in it. There you go. I bought a bunch of other stuff, like rechargeable batteries and an air quality sensor. They were out of RGB. I was gonna get some RGB lighting strips, because, oh wait, hang on. I haven't turned on my flare. I don't know if you can see that, but there it is. Yeah, IKEA. Oh, I mentioned Home Assistant stuff before. I am gonna get to that video. I've been making notes and stuff, but I think I have a spare one right here. Come here. The Trafardi dust switches. This has 4 buttons for dimming lights, and if you pull this into Home Assistant, you get 8 functions. I'll cover that more in the Home Assistant video, but yeah, I've mentioned that before. I'm relatively confident. So, 10,000 of something. That seemed like, if you stop and think about that many people in a room, hang on, let me load this up here and see if it's changed in the last 2 hours. If you load that many people into a room, that seems like a lot. And then if you think, bullet stove's roaring. And then if you think about that, there's usually only about 40% of your views come from people that are actually subscribed. The people that regularly watch is probably double that. I don't know. Seeing all these zeros on the screen is awesome. I don't want to seem like I'm, you know, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, stream on Thursday. We're going to be watching some old VHS tapes of Tourette syndrome awareness things from 1991. And then also, since now we've got this 10,000 thing going on, I think we're going to watch some old videos and do some other stuff as well. I haven't quite figured out the exact format yet, but we are going to watch the super cheesy education Tourette stuff because I find it hilarious and I haven't seen it in the longest time. I was going to copy it off the VHS tape and edit it, but it's hard to do that without watching it because I want to get my reaction of it. Maybe I'll just hook a VCR straight to the internet and we can watch it that way. Anyways, super excited. I guess I'm an actual YouTuber now. I can say that. I don't know why, but thanks for watching and stuff. And as per usual, you know, thank you for... Hang on, shaky camera. I have to remember with this one, I can't wave it around quite as much. Oh, I can see the green lights. I was saying something incredibly relevant, I'm sure. Oh, all the people that have bought stuff on the gift list and have donated independently of that and all that. Like I said, the bus project would not have been possible so far without that, so appreciate all that. And yeah, this is also the magic number where I can do some interesting sponsorship things. I talked to Ryobi at one point because I wanted to make a drill battery powered wheelchair. But anyways, once again, I don't play the YouTube game. Exposure. I don't play the YouTube game, as it were, and say, oh, like and subscribe and do this. But if you didn't tell the intro to this video, that was a joke. Where I'm like, what's up, YouTube? I don't know. A lot of things swirling around in my head right now. On the stream Thursday, we're going to talk about some plans that I have for doing things and whatnot. This is starting to sound super YouTube-y. Anyways, I'm super happy. Thanks for all the support. And I'll catch you guys on the stream Thursday for some interesting stuff. If you do have Tourette's, be prepared that it may be a little bit triggering for the tics, because anytime you talk about it, it usually gets worse. So anyways, whatever. I'll see you guys Thursday. Thanks for watching. And I'll jam this plant into the lens, because, yeah.